Hello. So in this video, I'm going to be introducing polynomials, and we're going to be learning about what the word degrees means, degrees, and what polynomials are. Sorry, not polynomials, what terms are for a polynomial. For polynomial. Okay, great. So let's say you have a polynomial such as negative 2x plus 5x cubed. So the degree is basically, the greatest exponent value a variable holds. So variables are your letters in the expression, and this x value over here has an exponent value of 1, while this one has a value of 3. So the highest degree would be 3. So the degree of this expression would be 3. And then the term is basically the number of, groups you have, or let's say this. So you have a addition sign right over here. So when we look at it, we see one side here and one side here. So we have two operations, or not two operations, we have a negative and a positive. So kind of like one term and two terms. So that's how we consider it as. So I'll give you more examples so we can look at that further. So we have two terms here. So let's move on to our next example, and you can see the difference more clearly what terms are. So 4b plus 2a squared minus 3a. Okay, so let's skip the degree and just go to the term first. So you have 4b, right? Then you have an addition sign. So pause, and then you circle this part. Then you have a subtraction sign. You have an operation. So then you circle the next part. So now we have, three terms. So that would be 3. And the degree, so coming back to the degree, the highest exponent value is 2. It doesn't matter that there is a letter B here and this is A. That doesn't matter. We're just looking for any variable that has the highest exponent value in the expression. So our third example, let's say it's K2 L3 M2. So the degree in this is 3. The highest degree is 3. The highest exponent is 3. The term, well, we don't have any negative or subtraction or positive or addition signs, so we can group this as 1. So that is one term. Our next example, I'm going to skip a line just to create more space. 3 plus 2v2 minus v5 plus 4v. So the degree would be 5 because that's the highest value exponential value in the expression. And the number of terms, well, let's count. So we have one term, then we have an addition sign, then we have one term, subtraction, one more term, addition, and finally the last term. So we have 4 terms. So let's go on to our last example. So 7x cubed minus 4x plus x squared minus 9. So our degree would be 3. It's the highest exponent. And the number of terms would be 1 subtraction, 1 addition, 3, or our third one, and then subtraction, and then our fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 terms. So obviously you can see that you can have, the degree could be 3, could be 2, it could be 5. The terms could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4. So they're names of classifying these degrees and terms. So let's look at the name. So if the degree is 0, so degree is 0. So degree equals 0, as in 2 to the power of x, 2 times x to the 0 power. This basically means the number 2. Then we call this a constant. It is constant. So any number, so for example, when we come here, the number 3, that is constant. Well, what if the degree is 1? So the x value here is 1, so that would be linear. A degree of 2 would be quadratic. 3 would be cubic. A degree of 4 or higher would be, you would call it as degree and so degree 5 to the 5th degree or the 7th degree. So anything 4 and above. Okay, terms. So if you have one term, so such as here, we have one term, that would be monomial. Mono means singular, so monomial. We have two terms, that would be binomial. Nomial. If we had 3 terms, it would be trinomial. And if we have terms more than 4, it would be polynomial. So let's name these polynomials or nomials. So the first one over here has a degree of 3, so it would be cubic. So we say the degree first, so we'd say cubic. Then we'd say the term, so it has a term of 2, which is binomial, so it would be cubic binomial. The second one has a degree of 2, so it's a quadratic. Right here. And it has a term of 3, so it would be trinomial. So trinomial. The third one over here has a degree of 3, so it would also be cubic, but as a term of 1, so it would be monomial, cubic monomial. Okay. And the fourth one over here, degree 5, would be, so this is like more than 1 degree, so it would be degree, and you say degree, and you state the number. So this is a degree of 5. Polynomial. So since it's 4 or greater, we say polynomial. Polynomial. Great. For our last one, it has a degree of 3 again. Cubic. And terms. It has 4 terms. So it would be cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. Great. Let's look at one last example. Okay, so let's say we had something like 10x. Well, there's a degree of 1 because the x value has an exponent 1, and the term is 1. And this is because there's no plus sign, like addition signs, or it's not being added or subtracted to anything. So this would be 1, which is linear. Okay, so this would be a linear, since it has 1 term, it would be a monomial. So linear monomial.